Why is it necessary to keep possibly dangerous food out of the temperature danger zone? A. Because customers like to eat foods that are either very hot or very cold. B. To prevent frozen foods from thawing. C. To prevent altering the smell and color of the food. D. To prevent the bacteria from growing and multiplying. The correct answer is D. To prevent the bacteria from growing and multiplying. Potentially hazardous food must be kept out of the temperature danger zone to prevent the growth and multiplication of bacteria. The temperature danger zone refers to how should food be cooled properly. A. The methods you use to cool the food are not important so long as the food is reheated to above 74 degrees Celsius or 165 degrees Fahrenheit. B. The food should be cooled in uncovered, shallow containers inside the walk-in cooler. C. Always cool the food in the same container in which it was cooked. D. Leave the food at room temperature for 2 hours and then store it in the walk-in cooler. The correct answer is B. The food should be cooled in uncovered, shallow containers inside the walk-in cooler. Proper cooling of food is important to prevent the growth of bacteria. Hot TCS food can be held without temperature control for a maximum of A. 6 hours. B. 8 hours. C. 4 hours. D. 2 hours. The correct answer is C. 4 hours. Hot TCS food can be held without temperature control for a maximum of 4 hours. What must a food handler with a hand wound do to safely work with food? A. Apply iodine solution and a permeable bandage. B. Bandage the wound and avoid contact with food for the rest of the shift. C. Wash the wound and wear a single-use glove. D. Bandage the wound with an impermeable cover and wear a single-use glove. The correct answer is D. Bandage the wound with an impermeable cover and wear a single-use glove. To safely work with food, the food handler with a hand wound must bandage the wound with an impermeable cover and wear a single-use glove. Karen takes coleslaw out of the refrigerator at noon to serve at a picnic wedding. Besides labeling the food with the time it was removed, what other precaution must be taken to ensure food safety? A. Make sure the food is covered while it is sitting at room temperature. B. Place the food in an insulated container. C. Make provisions to keep the food at 41 degrees or below. D. Ensure that the temperature of the food is measured at least every 4 hours. The correct answer is C. Make provisions to keep the food at 41 degrees or below. Cold foods must be held at 41 degrees or below until served, and an insulated container may not be sufficient to maintain this temperature. The internal temperature of cold food must be measured every 2 hours. It is necessary to keep the food covered, but it should not sit at room temperature while waiting to be served. What is a basic characteristic of a virus? A. Destroyed by cooking. B. Requires a living host to grow. C. Grows in food. D. Commonly found in cattle intestines. The correct answer is C. Exclude staff with jaundice from the operation. A virus requires a living host to grow. What should food service operators do to prevent the spread of hepatitis A? A. Freeze fish for 36 hours before serving. B. Purchase mushrooms from approved, reputable suppliers. C. Exclude staff with jaundice from the operation. D. Cook food to minimum internal temperatures. The correct answer is C. Exclude staff with jaundice from the operation. To prevent the spread of hepatitis A, exclude staff with jaundice from the operation. What temperature must be reached when cooking raw chicken? A. Greater than 68 degrees Celsius or 155 degrees Fahrenheit. B. Greater than 74 degrees Celsius or 165 degrees Fahrenheit. C. Greater than 54 degrees Celsius or 130 degrees Fahrenheit. D. Greater than 63 degrees Celsius or 145 degrees Fahrenheit. The correct answer is B. Greater than 74 degrees Celsius or 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Raw chicken should be cooked to an internal temperature of at least 74 degrees Celsius 165 degrees Fahrenheit to ensure it is safe to eat. Cooking chicken to this temperature helps to destroy harmful bacteria, such as Salmonella and Campylobacter, which can cause foodborne illnesses if consumed. How many seconds does an iodine sanitizer solution need to be in contact with the object being sanitized? A. 30. B. 45. C. 15. D. 60. The correct answer is A. 30. An iodine sanitizer solution needs to be in contact with the object being sanitized for 30 seconds. What is the third step in cleaning and sanitizing items in a three-compartment sink? A. Rinsing. B. Sanitizing. C. Washing. D. Air drying. The correct answer is A. Rinsing. Rinsing is the third step in cleaning and sanitizing items in a three-compartment sink. Exactly what temperature must be maintained for potentially dangerous cold food? A. Above 5 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit at all times. B. At any temperature if the food is packaged and from an approved processor. C. Below 5 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit at all times. D. Between 5 degrees Celsius and 54 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit and 130 degrees Fahrenheit at all times. The correct answer is C. Below 5 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit at all times. Cold, potentially hazardous food, such as perishable foods that require refrigeration, must be maintained at or below 5 degrees Celsius 41 degrees Fahrenheit to prevent bacterial growth and ensure food safety. The temperature of 5 degrees Celsius 41 degrees Fahrenheit or below inhibits the growth of most bacteria that can cause foodborne illnesses. TCS food reheated for hot holding must reach what temperature? A. 155 degrees 68 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. B. 145 degrees 63 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. C. 165 degrees 74 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. D. 135 degrees 57 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. The correct answer is C. 165 degrees 74 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. TCS food requires time and temperature controls to prevent the growth of microorganisms and the production of toxins. TCS food reheated for hot holding must reach 165 degrees 74 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds. When should a shipment of fresh chicken be rejected? A. The flesh of the chicken is firm and springs back when touched. B. The flesh of the chicken appears moist. C. Shell stock identification tags are not attached to the container. D. The receiving temperature is 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius. The correct answer is D. The receiving temperature is 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius. A shipment of fresh chicken should be rejected if the receiving temperature is 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius. Which food has a history of harboring Salmonella typhi? A. Undercooked ground beef. B. Shellfish from contaminated water. C. Beverages. D. Produce. The correct answer is A. Undercooked ground beef. To prevent the risk of foodborne illnesses, it is essential to handle and cook ground beef properly. Ground beef should be cooked to an internal temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit, 71 degrees Celsius, to ensure the destruction of harmful bacteria. Additionally, practicing good hygiene, such as washing hands thoroughly and avoiding cross-contamination, can help reduce the risk of foodborne illnesses in general. A restaurant offers 6 types of dressings at their self-serve station. How many ladles must they have? A. 8. B. 4. C. 1. D. 6. The correct answer is D. 6. Every food requiring a serving utensil should have its own dedicated utensil. What organization requires material safety data sheets? A. Food and Drug Administration. B. Occupational Safety and Health Administration. C. Environmental Protection Agency. D. National Restaurant Association. The correct answer is B. Occupational Safety and Health Administration. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration requires material safety data sheets.